Welcome to Home Sweet Home. Every week, the best home experts on the Sun Coast reveal their best tips and best tricks for inspiration and transformation. It's your beautiful home hotspot. This week, outdoor living at its finest. Well, Superior Pools has done it again with another one-of-a-kind backyard oasis, this time in Bradenton, Florida. Like many of our northern friends, Norm and Marcy chose the Sunshine State to retire and build the home they always wanted. They were so nervous about building a pool. Understandably, this was their first, and it almost didn't happen. But then they met Ben and John. Let's meet our happy pool owners.
Hi, I'm Marcy.
I'm Norm.
Welcome to our lovely home and our new luxurious pool, and I'm very proud that we have this. We love living in Florida. It's paradise for us. We've been here about 5 years. We're from originally New York, if you can't tell from the accent, and came to Florida by way of New Jersey. And we met on J-Date, and very happy for both of us.
We just celebrated our 9th anniversary. We love living in Florida. When we were looking for a house in Florida, we thought we were going to be living on the East Coast because everybody from up north goes to the East Coast. And we went up and down the East Coast. We didn't find anything we liked. Someone said, well, why don't you go check out the West Coast? And we just can't believe how wonderful it is here. It's a much more relaxed lifestyle, and we just love it. This is the first time we've ever owned a pool. And we actually built the house prior to moving down to Florida. And we were concerned that if we had built a pool when the house was built, that it might become neglected, or somebody might vandalize it. So we deferred building the pool till we moved in, which was in 2012. And then we were studying all the different designs you could have, and Marcy wanted a classical Roman edge pool, but I wanted to have a sun shelf and a spa. And it's very difficult to put a sun shelf and a spa into a classical Roman edge pool. So we played around with different designs, and it took us quite a while to figure that out. And so we put a lot of thought and planning into it, and it was worthwhile because we wound up with something that we like. And we didn't want to just get something right away and then say afterwards, oh, we wish we would have done this or that. And there's none of that now because there's nothing more I think that we could have done than what we did already.
How we got to meet Norm was he emailed me first and wanted to work with me, and I had to write back to him to say, listen, I'm not a designer. I wish I was, but I'm not. I have to do a lot of the other things around here, so I'm going to set you up with Ben. And from that point, it was Ben and Norm back and forth, and I was involved in most of it.
When we met John and of course Ben, John says, we build pools as though they're our own. I will treat you as though this is my pool, and I will take care of it. And even after it's done, and they've lived up to their word over and over. And then we meet Ben, and we have a lot of questions. Norm is very thorough. Norm actually learned the whole process of building a pool. Am I right? He researched it because he wanted to feel comfortable. Not to say I know better, but at least when someone is saying something, he has an understanding so that at least you can ask the right questions. And I found Ben to be extraordinarily patient and thorough and knowledgeable and work with us and tweaking and just really a magnificent person.
When we met Ben and we met John, the comfort level was almost instant. John would say, I like having a contract, but I like building. I'm going to build a pool, and I can do it on a handshake because I trust people and people trust me, and that level of trust bore out. We spent about 3 years playing around with different designs, trying to integrate different features. Where do you put the spa? Where do you put steps in the pool? And we finally had that more or less worked out. We wanted a spa, but we didn't want to have to walk around the pool to get to it. It's such a long walk from one end to the other. But nevertheless, we didn't want to have that long, and we wanted a sun shelf that was going to really be large enough for grandkids to be enjoying, because the 1-year-old and the 2-year-old really can't be in a swimming pool, certainly by themselves. So we had this design more or less laid out, and then when we came to work with Ben, he added some ideas.
So when Norm first walked in, he had a plan laid out exactly. I mean, even dimensioned out exactly of where he wanted it on his house, which isn't typical of most of my clients, but what he had laid out was pretty much perfect for the space. The way the house is shaped, with having the L shape, most people would just put a small pool area in this section. And that's also a very price point driven idea. With this, he opened up all this space out in front of here, which is really the most usable space on this backyard.
He said, look, you don't need to make the pool so wide. You can shrink this area. It won't, it'll save money. You don't have to have the deck. I had the deck much larger because I thought we needed it. Ben said, listen, you don't need it that large. We can save money by making it smaller. So Ben made some very valuable suggestions, and Ben was the one who was able to figure out how to design the curved steps. We had this idea for curved steps, curving from the Roman edge at one end into the shelf, which was kind of difficult to do. And I gave Ben a sketch, and immediately he came back with exactly the right thing to do for the steps.
Just a couple of points about the design and material choices and things like that. When Marcy and Norm were really on the fence about travertine, they know they like the idea of the product because it is a natural stone and it's gonna last a long time and it's gorgeous when you get good stone. We kind of got them over the hump of being worried about having bad stone, and that we were gonna take care of it and we wouldn't leave a deck looking that way.
Travertine is a natural stone, and if you buy it, there's no guarantee of the results of what the shipment will be. And other pool companies would say, you can order travertine, but just realize we can't guarantee what it would look like. John at Superior was the first person that said, we will take on the responsibility that it's right.
So many people think it's a tile, it's gonna look like a floor tile, and it's not. So I said, Norm, you're going with us, you're spending the money, so when it's a bad stone, a year down the road, 2 years down the road, if you don't like it, I'll send the guys up there as many times as I need to make you happy. And knowing Norm, he wanted the extra step above that, so I said, listen, you can go to the travertine yard and pick out every single brick that you want. And that's what he did.
That was what sealed the travertine deal, no pun intended. But everybody else, it was a gamble. And it's an expensive gamble with 2,500 square foot of deck. And we were so nervous about that. And when John put us at ease, he said, don't worry about it. I will make it right. It's not going to cost you more. And that was unique.
Norm is very picky and more like myself. So when I met him, I was like, this might be a pain to build this pool, but it's going to be awesome when it's done, because if I can make Norm happy, I can make anyone happy.
Making people happy seems to be a common thread among successful companies, and it helps when they team up with the right manufacturers. Our next guests couldn't agree more. Jennifer Valentine with Daikin and Charlie Logan with Elite Heating and Air are back to help us navigate our way through the mystery of warranties. Then, John, Ben, Norm, and Marcy will tell us why it took 8 grown crouching men to decide the right spa size.
Hi everyone, I'm Charlie Logan with Elite Heating and Air.
And I'm Jennifer Valentine with Daikin.
How important is warranty when it comes to your air conditioning system?
Research says that the warranty is one of the top benefits considered when purchasing a new system.
And it should be when you're in the market for a new AC system. You can't just base your decision on price alone.
You should base it on the value as a whole, which includes the warranty and the reputation of the contractor.
Warranties can save you both time and money, so here are some insights to help clarify.
There are up to 4 types of warranties: out-of-box warranties, registered warranties, a replacement warranty, And there are extended parts and labor options too.
First, the out-of-box warranty. All equipment comes with a standard out-of-the-box warranty. This warranty is transferable to a new homeowner if you sell your home.
Daikin comes with a 5-year out-of-the-box warranty, which is what most brands offer as well.
Next, a registered warranty. Means the system is registered in your name online through the manufacturer's website, which extends the warranty to the original homeowner.
The registered warranty for Daikin extends the parts warranty from 5 years to 12 years. But this does vary depending on the brand of equipment.
Now, Daikin offers a unique replacement warranty.
The Daikin replacement warranty is added protection on the compressor, which is the heart of your outdoor unit. It allows the original homeowner to replace the outdoor unit should the compressor fail.
Lastly, the extended warranty is an option that you can purchase to cover the labor. So if anything unexpectedly does happen with your system, you don't have to cover that cost.
Daikin offers a 12-year extended warranty, and both the parts and labor can be transferred to a new homeowner if you sell your home. However, there are other extended warranties available, so be sure to explore all your options.
You got all that?
Maybe we should recap.
Okay, so the out-of-box warranty covers the equipment for 5 years.
The registered warranty extends the equipment coverage to the original homeowner.
The unique Daikin replacement warranty is added protection on Daikin outdoor units.
And lastly, the extended warranty is an option that you can purchase to cover both parts and labor.
Warranties can be confusing. Our main point here is that there are options you need to know about.
So when you are purchasing a new air conditioning system, just make sure that you ask about all the warranty options. Thanks everyone.
Today, the air is perfect. Inside. Expect more from your cooling and heating. Daikin.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Buying or selling, home inspections are not only vital when buying, but selling a home too. They can save you money and speed up the sales process. For questions, call Dave Marvel, Certified Master Inspector and Educator at Peace of Mind Home Inspections, a veteran and family-owned company.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
What makes a kitchen great? According to the National Kitchen and Bath Association, a kitchen that is designed well, works great, looks great, meets your needs, and it's got to be a kitchen from Eurotech Cabinetry. Functional artwork for the gallery you call home.
Sitting with Norm and Marcy and having his design, and then, you know, just trying to pull it all together, we did do a little bit of tweaking and just mostly on the size and shape of things. And one thing that Norm was adamant about and was to make this spot bigger than normal. And at the end of the day, when you look at it with the size of the pool and everything, it really works. He's right, it should have been this size. And
how big a raise is that? How big? How tall?
That's 18-inch raise. And the whole idea of that is when you come over, you can sit down on the edge of the spa and you can swing your legs over to get in. And also, by having it here with all this seating area, it's like a built-in bench around here.
Another thing with the spa, and I got to tell you this, when Norm would meet with Ben in the office deciding how big should the spa, you had a group of guys, Ben pulls other people in, and they're crouching down trying to figure out how many grown men, you know, could sit in the spa. I mean, they actually...
Without their feet touching.
Without touching each other, because you know, guys don't want to be on top of each other. But I'm saying they would, again, the attention to detail.
Because they like the look of the travertine so much, we did what we call a split face travertine, which is the same as the stone on the deck, but it's a broken edge, so it gives you like a really rough, natural look. And it's the exact same stone as what's on the deck, so it pulls it all together. And then up to the coping that we put on the pool, this is called a Tiramisu, which is a vein cut travertine. So if you look at it, you can see the veins of the travertine. It's kind of like when you cut a tree. If you cut a tree this way, you see the rings, and you cut a tree this way, you see the veins running through it. We definitely went back and forth about how we were going to do this spillway, whether it was going to be one big spillway, whether we were going to have one spillway in the center. Norm's big point was he wanted the water falling, and he liked the idea of the two spillways. So I drew it up a couple different ways, sent him different pictures in the 3D, and this is what we landed on. Now another good Norm story, because he is so particular. Norm went to a granite supplier and picked out his own granite, and we installed it, and that just worked out perfect because I didn't want to have that issue come up.
That did work out perfect, but that was the only thing that we let Norm present into the pool. He had about 20 other things that he wanted us to put in, and I had to stop him a couple times. I said, Norm, I am the builder, you are the customer. Let us do what we do. Now we're gonna talk about this big sun shelf. This thing is, to me, the centerpiece of the whole pool. It makes the spa from the spill to the pool. It's like having a kiddie pool in a pool itself.
It's a big area here, and the whole idea was that they could have plenty of chairs in here, plenty of grandkids, and I think we really accomplished that. Something else we did on this was put another light up here, because when you have big sun shelf areas like this, if you don't light it, it will be really shaded at night. So we put another light up on the sun shelf just to brighten this whole area up. And then the stairs here too, coming off of the sun shelf, this was a big point that took us a lot of going back and forth. And because of the Roman, what we refer to as the Roman shape of this pool, which has these like scalloped corners and these little outs here.
It was important to have the Roman edge and then have it match, if you will, other aspects of the pool. So if you notice, you know, you have the Roman edge design, and then even the shelf, the way it curves, and the steps, they all coordinate.
What my idea was, that Norm actually agreed with me on, was you have the big sun shelf area, so you should have steps coming off of there, and then this area over here, you should have an entrance from over here too. So I swept the stairs around to get to this area, so you got two entry points, and it turned out gorgeous, especially when you get a view coming this way. They just look like big, expansive stairs. It looks awesome.
I just want to mention, even Ben, attention to detail. The steps, Ben said if you don't make the steps wide enough, you'll end up with this corner where dirt could collect. Now, we would never know that, but they're so attentive to detail.
But one of the big main features here was that we did a two-tone look, and that was to offset the Roman edge of the pool, which was real important to them as well. They wanted this nice shape, and so by doing a darker colored coping, it really sets off that shape. Something else that we do on our travertine decks is where your decking meets your house, you have to have a drain. We call that a Deco drain. Typically, builders, we use them also on paver decks and concrete, is a plastic drain that runs along the house. But when you're going to travertine and paying the money you are for travertine, to us, it should all just flow. So we make our Deco drain out of travertine. And then also the skimmer lid, which is typically a plastic piece on the pool. We just throw away that plastic piece and cut out a piece of travertine to make your lid out of.
All right, now we're gonna talk about this handrail. This is a new type of handrail, new style, very contemporary, elegant. It really makes the pool look up to date. You know, the old handrails are more like a commercial style. And when it comes to handrails, Customers come in, they think every pool gets a handrail. That is not true. It is not code to have a handrail. So we try to tell them, if you're in need of a handrail, let's do it after the fact. Let's have you be in your pool, be buoyant, walk up the steps, then we can come put it in afterwards. If it's a must, we'll put it in up front, but we always like to do it afterwards, because if it was me, Ben, designing this pool, but I probably would have stuck it over there by the steps. You know, now it's over here. It looks awesome.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Smart home technology has come a long way. You can monitor your home from anywhere and create schedules to adjust lighting, temperature, and so much more. Today, all of this can be controlled with one easy-to-use app. For more information, contact Tempest Pro Services, the area's leading technology experts.
Buying or selling, home inspections are not only vital when buying, but selling a home too. They can save you money and speed up the sales process. For questions, call Dave Marvel, Certified Master Inspector and Educator at Peace of Mind Home Inspections, a veteran and family-owned company.
What makes a kitchen great? According to the National Kitchen and Bath Association, a kitchen that is designed well, works great, looks great, meets your needs, and it's got to be a kitchen from Eurotech Cabinetry. Functional artwork for the gallery you call home.
Make your home special. Make your home unique. Make your home the envy of all your friends. So where in Sarasota can you find a store like this? Bacon's Furniture and Design. Nobody beats Bacon's.
Along with Florida's sunshine charm come extra considerations when choosing outdoor furniture. And as you can probably guess, Norm and Marcy spent time searching for the perfect place to find furniture that was well-built, comfortable, as well as beautiful.
And considering this is the outdoor living area, which is so important for us, you know, it's an extension of our home, but people in Florida spend a lot of time outdoors, and that's why we built the pool. And having all this wonderful, attractive, comfortable furniture just enhances the outdoor space. It enhances our whole lifestyle.
And one of the things that I particularly liked about the construction, which is fairly unique, is it's actually an aluminum frame covered with a synthetic material that will not degrade. So this is a good investment. This furniture is going to last a long while.
There are many things to consider when building a pool. It can be overwhelming, but it looks like our first-time pool owners figured it out. Coming up, Norm and Marcy share all.
So now we're going to go over the equipment. I know we've shown equipment a couple times, but we're going to go over each part of the equipment so you can have a better understanding on what a pool should get and what other pools do get. There is a big difference. A lot of people don't think there's a difference, but we're going to show you the difference.
We use all Pentair equipment, and we try to use their highest of their line equipment that's available. All of our pools, we use a 3 horsepower variable speed pump. It's well oversized for most pools, and it's okay because you can ramp the RPMs of the pump down and you can run it like a smaller pump. It does a couple things for you. That's going to save you on electricity costs, and that's going to save you on longevity of the equipment because you're not running it as hard. All of our pools are saltwater pools, and that's your saltwater generator out here at your equipment. It's all plumbed in, and what it does is, in very layman's terms, takes salt and turns it into chlorine. Now, the biggest benefit of it is that it's a constant feed of chlorine anytime that your pump's running, and it works off the output levels.
Now, with the heaters, we only use Aquakel heaters. It's a company based out of Tampa, local company, and they make the best heaters. Also, this is called a super quiet heater. So a lot of heaters, they're louder than your AC unit, and you would not be able to hear me talk right now. In the summer, the pool naturally heats up to 87, 88 on its own. So it just tops it off, and that cost me probably $10 a month just to do that. So going to solar you cannot control anything. When do you want your pool heated? In the winter. When you have family members come down from up north, it's cold out, it's cloudy, you can't do anything. So the heater is the best way to go, and my opinion is electric's the best way to go.
I'd advise people to think about what they want in the pool, what are they going to use, what's important to them, and keep in mind this is probably one of the few things in life that's really cast in concrete. And think about, give it serious consideration, because if you think you want a spa, you've got to build it at the time you build the pool, as well as any other features.
And my piece of advice would be, if you're thinking about building a pool, call Ben at Superior Pools.
What makes this all worthwhile is that you're so appreciative of everything that we've done. All right, we put in a lot of hours, a lot of work, but to see how you guys act about this pool and how thankful you are, that makes the world of difference and makes us want to do it for everyone.
I think the process was very good. I was very surprised to see how quickly it moved. I mean, to see it go from a dig to steel to concrete in 1 week. It seemed to be extraordinarily fast when I look at what other people went through. We've heard people go for months before they got to that point. But I got to tell you something, John. We really found when we first spoke to you, when you talked about making a deal on a handshake and doing the right thing, that was really important to us. And you're a man of your word. You've done exactly, you've acted exactly the way you said you would. And we're very appreciative of that. And the pool is, I think, a tremendous success. We love it. And we're so glad we found you guys.
But both of you, is a pleasure to work with. Ben,
yes,
it has been.
My guy Ben.
Ben is
Can't thank you enough.
I hope you're paying Ben enough, because he has got such great patience to hear me with my questions and then to come back with the same questions because I didn't remember I asked him. He's a really good hard worker, and he's very skilled. We were very lucky that we got Ben to work with.
And the crew, it's all, I believe, a reflection of your standards. They come to the house, they're polite, they're hardworking, they want to please, they're professional, they're competent, and the job gets done correctly. And it's something of which you can be proud. And we are beyond thrilled with our luxurious pool that we've waited, all this time for, but we found the right builder. There was a reason we waited, that we found you.
I used to be indoors all the time. And now I'm cleaning the spa, cleaning the pool, I'm sweeping the deck. Last night I power washed the cage. I'm outdoors all the time.
Thanks so much for joining us on this outdoor living edition of Home Sweet Home. If you would like to watch this episode again or learn more about our experts, visit homesweethomefla.com.